I don't know God, I don't know God, I don't know God, I don't really know. Check the flow. I don't know God, I don't know God, I don't know God.
Welcome back. Welcome again. Welcome for those for the first time. We are Business and Bullshit. It is three women
Three perspectives.
One podcast.
here for all the fun. Today, our topic is platonic friendships. We want to talk about them. Can they exist? What are they? Like, let's get into it. We even have a special guest that will be logging on today, Lamont Palmer. So we'll get ready to introduce him shortly. So before we get started, are there any church announcements?
You ready?
Wait,
Yep.
Come on, head wrap.
are
I
there
don't
any
have
church
any
announcements?
person announcements. I don't have anything
Anything from the mother's board?
Be safe and go sit down.
Just okay. So let's just keeping with it. We are still under the sat down order. Everyone continue to sat down. All right.
Yes.
Any other church announcements?
No church announcement.
Mm-mm.
Okay. All right. So platonic friendships. Dree, what is a platonic friendship?
It is a relationship, a friendship. It is a type of relationship that is a friendship where there is no romantic or physical influences, exchanges, etc.
Okay. All right. Isis P.
What is a platonic friendship? I would say one that deals in. I'd say it's non-romantic related. Y'all are there for each other. In a way that's genuine and authentic. Pretty transparent. Um, that's my definition.
Okay. Um, I'm gonna go with all of that. I think that a platonic friendship is one um first because we are talking about men, woman, platonic, as in like non-romantic relationships. To me, that is a friendship or relationship that is based in genuine friendship.
Mm-hmm.
It is not a relationship where there are pretenses or there is hope for a romantic relationship. It is one to me where boundaries have been established and, shared. And like, other than that, it is the best. All the fun. Oh. Um, when it comes to platonic friendships, while we are waiting on our guest speaker, what are the qualifications? Is anyone and everyone able to be a platonic friend, like to be considered a platonic friendship? Like, what are the rules on who can and cannot be a platonic friend?
I mean, you don't really know that until you get to really know a person per se. And there are some people off bat where you're just like, yeah, it's not gonna work in a platonic setting. Like this, it's just not gonna happen. Um, but I think as you both get to know each other, you definitely, and I definitely agree with what you said. You definitely have to have those boundaries. Um, you have to define, what friendship is to both of you, because sometimes people are not on the same page in their definition, especially when it's a man, people who identify as man and woman, because people always assume that there's some sexual underlying um, something there. Oh, y'all can't really just be friends, and in reality, no, you can, especially if you have clear boundaries and you know what it is. You have certain topics that may be off limits to one another. um so I think you can't really know that until you really get to know a person, and then, like I said, you go from there.
I think you both said it already. Boundaries. So typically, when I break up with someone, we're no longer friends. Um, And the reason why what I try to do is I try to put some distance between whatever their romantic aspect is, so they both can have a cooling off point, and it typically doesn't come back around. I'm totally okay with it. I think it maybe one or two people, where we went from something romantic to platonic. Um, and I think you're right. You have those boundaries in place because when I say friend, when I legitimately say someone is my friend, I legitimately I'm not sexing them. There's no friends with benefits or nothing like that. So I have to over clarify that with some people sometimes. Like we not doing anything past a friendship. There are certain conversations I don't have with friends that I would have in more of a romantic setting. There's just some things
Like what?
friends to keep. Say what?
Like what? What are these conversations that are
That's
off
what
limits?
we doing today.
I'm
Today.
saying, what are the
Um,
She being nosy.
I mean, I ain't got too many secrets. Um, so okay, I'm pretty much an open book. So when it comes to my friends, so if I know a person can't handle certain conversations, whether it be sex, me dating someone new, whatever, I don't have those type of conversations with that person because I don't want them to feel uncomfortable. I don't want to lead them on. That's if it's a man, a man.
So is that a platonic friendship if that person has the ability to feel some type of way about, you know what I'm saying, you dating or you seeing other people? Like, are feelings like that allowed in a platonic friendship?
I think that person can feel whatever they want to feel because I'm not trying to regulate and control what they do. It's just how you act on it, right? And so, as a friend, if I know someone is going to have an issue with me dating someone, I'm just going to not talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I make that person uncomfortable or feel away? Like, I feel like this being inconsiderate of their feelings. And so, just because we have like it's a cooling off part, it could be, oh, you told me you like me. I ain't really feeling you, so let's step back so you can get that. Or even me, sometimes there's like a friend. There's one friend that I know of for sure. I can't think of any others that I did like him, so I had to step away from the situation. But our friendship is timeless. You know what I'm saying? We've been friends for over 15 years. So that one thing, I mean, he's like new for two, and we stepped back. So we just, can't link up at the same time, but that's still my homie. You know what I'm saying? So let me stop saying that. But I think people can feel however they want to feel. It may be a moment of intimacy that makes our friendship go deeper. And in that moment, they may have feelings like, dang, I want to be with Dree or something like that. And that's in the moment. But tomorrow when we wake up and we sober or whatever, those feelings may not be there.
Yeah, so when y'all wake up and get sober.
And in their right mind, then if the feelings are different.
We stole the moment.
Oh, Lord, not Aspen Lay.
I was wondering who was going to pick up on that.
That is not platonic friendship. That is not.
That's not your definition of a platonic friendship.
Okay,
right.
This is true. That is not my definition of a platonic friendship. I think that when it comes to like qualifications, if you will, like who can and can't be. So both me and my mate, as you call it, my husband, since you say on Davin, he and I both have best friends of the opposite sex.
Okay.
Like when we came into the relationship, it was, okay, this is your best friend. This is my best friend. Like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I think that us having honest conversations, even about those relationships, of course, help to set boundaries and even provide groundwork and context, you know what I'm saying, for these friendships. Like, this is not just some, random girl or some random guy that I'm friends with. Like, my best friend was a bridesman in my wedding. Like, he stood behind, you know what I'm saying, like my sister and my best friend. Like, he is my best friend. His best friend, her name is Kelly. She was a groomswoman. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were both in the wedding. And my mom, oh my goodness, when we were like planning, she was like, so is Lamont gonna stand on Davin's side and she stand on your side? And I was like, no. And she was like, I was like, she's not my friend. I'm not saying we are cool, especially now. We, you know what I'm saying, built a relationship, but the people behind you are the ones that have your back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I wanted my friend on my side. He said he would agree to do that as long as he also got to get dressed with the bridesmaids.
Clutch his pearls. I mean, he tried it.
He tried.
He tried. He tried. You tried it. You tried
we
it.
Not because we asked not.
Right.
You know what?
He
Yes.
asked and still did not. So, you know, that is what it is. Let me check on our guest speaker. Our guest, not our guest speaker. But I think that at this point, we have been friends for over almost 20 years. We have never dated. We have never considered date. I ain't never considered that. And like the thing is, in the beginning, like you said, like you were saying, Isis, like you have to figure out like what that is. Like even when we first met, it was just on some very chill, you know what I'm saying? Like two individuals, not like, oh, this, you know what I'm saying, like date type situation. It was like a hanging out, and it was like I had met my friend. He is heterosexual. I am heterosexual. It just was not like, it wasn't that type of vibe. And over the past 17, 18 years, we have cultivated this friendship. I don't say things like my brother because that's not my brother. And we do joke a lot. And sometimes those jokes can be inappropriate if that were your brother. You know what I mean? Like,
I got you.
I don't say stuff like, oh, that's my bro or anything like that. Like, that's my best friend who happens to be a male. We joke a lot and let him tell it. I was a male, or I was his homeboy until I met Davin. That's
you were the wingman.
Apparently I stopped being the homeboy and I became a girl or something. Let him tell it. But yeah.
So what kind of feedback do you get when you tell people that you and Lamont are, you know, we're just friends?
So it's been varied. He has only to date had one female friend that I felt not only understood, but like was not worried about me at all.
Okay.
And I think that speaks to, you know what I'm saying, one, how the person presents the relationship, you know. When I met Davin, I did say, yes, I have my male, this is my best friend. But once Davin and I, you know what I'm saying, got more serious, there were things that I no longer am going to call Lamont for things that I used to call him for. You know what I'm saying? Because like I have a man, like in a previous relationship, if I got a flat tire, I may have called Lamont because that's my best friend. You know what I'm saying? After I met Davin, like this is my man. And so I will not put another man in his place or ever, you know what I'm saying, like allow another man to do a role that is his. But he also, you know what I'm saying, because he has a female as his best friend, understands, you know what I'm saying, like the importance of, and so I think it's just about boundaries. And him and Davin are cool. He has a whole nickname for him.
So that kind of is a segue. So like, for example, I always had an issue with my female friends, my women friends, and their mates not liking me. So for some reason, everybody thinks I have this wild life. Wow. And I'm like, nah, I don't say it, but in my mind, like, nah, your girl be turning up. I just make sure we do it safely. So,
got you that friend. Okay.
So, you know, I'm going to encourage the shenanigans and the debauchery.
And there it is.
And so, it's always been like, I don't want you to be friends with Dree because Dree's going to have you out here. And I'm like, no, she's already out here. I'm going to make sure she come back. Or depending on my relationship status, because I'm the single friend, which most people don't know when I'm dating or not, or who I'm dating. It's kind of, well, Dree's single, so da-da-da-da. And I'm like, well, let's go on a double date since you think I'm single. And being the person I'm with is like, this person ain't who I thought it was, right? Because she's not gonna be wilding out in front of her man. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep the imagery going. So I think I've had more situations, negative situations or encounters with my girlfriends, platonic girlfriends, men.
Say that one more time.
I've had more situations, negative experiences with my female friends, men.
Got you.
I got you. Okay.
you would ask Isis, like, if there have been issues or, you know what I'm saying, like when it comes to that, I think that it is about how the situation is presented. Um, I feel in previous relationships, my best friend hyped me up.
Okay.
And I ain't deserve all the hype that, you know what I'm saying, that came with it. And
What you
so
mean you didn't deserve all the hype? Wait, what you talking about?
um so this is like from, you know what I'm saying, one of his exes. I got a girl, my home, let's see, my best friend is a girl, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He calls me Drop. And so Drop, and you know what I'm saying, like she's attractive, and she, you know what I'm saying, like she has a big personality, and this and that. And so like I think that they come in thinking, oh, this the pretty friend, but they don't know, like I'm not the pretty friend. Like I'm just the regular old me. You know what I'm saying?
Lies,
And
lies,
so I
lies.
so I think that it is about, you know, kind of overcoming that, or the way you set it up to your mate. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I'll be like, this my friend and she real. Now I will also say, admittedly, there may have been young ladies that were not my favorite, and I may have pulled a few cards or tested a few boundaries during those relationships because I didn't, and not respected them the way I should have because I did not like them.
I just tell them I don't like her. Like, I mean, like I ain't got to. I'm just like, I don't like this shit. Usually my male friends are like, why don't you like her?
Mm-hmm.
And it's for that. Like, it ain't just. I know what a valid reason is. You know what I'm saying? I don't like how she treats you, and I have it. I usually come with some notes. Because I wanted to make sure it ain't no Dree. Nah, you did this on November 18th, and I don't like how you treated my friend. I don't
Not
like
the
how
dates. Did you pull
I'm
receipt?
territorial over my friend. I'm so territorial over
But
my friends. Like,
that's what's up.
I don't care that they date other people. It's just I need them other people to treat my friends right because I don't hang with sorry trifling people,
Right.
regardless of the sex. You know what I'm saying? So I need you to treat my people well. And if you if you don't want to be with them, don't be with them. I'd rather have one of my homeboys or homegirls are upset because like breaking up with someone versus being mistreated, cheating on all this other stuff, the drama around all of that.
Right.
I think that like it is about how you present it. If and anytime that there has been, like, I can't think of like a bunch of girlfriends, if you will, that he's had that I didn't like.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like there was energy coming this way and they didn't like me, but I'm gonna give you that, right? Like, to me, you get that in the first three, you know what I'm saying, interactions, because I don't know you. I'm a woman around your man. That's all you know about me. You know what I'm saying? So like from the outside, I know kind of like, if you will, the hill, or you know what I'm saying, that I'm climbing from jump. So I come in with that. But then after, I feel I have made an effort to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if this is who my best friend is saying he with, then I'm with you because he with you. You know what I'm saying? So like after I have extended that to you, like I have this a whole olive branch I'm gonna come with, you know what I'm saying? Like bearing emotional gifts. Like I'm with you. We all in this together, and it is not received. Well then, you know, I mean, sometimes trump cards come out.
Where you have to
I
let
wouldn't
them
like to pay.
know I'm the bestie. Like I've
I'm
been
the best.
here.
That's
I'm
Me
the
it.
best.
too.
I've been here.
And also, I'm gonna say this too. There's times I stepped away from a friendship. Like I don't want to be the person that blocks happiness for my friend.
Hmm.
So if they are really feeling this woman, and they come to me and they ask me, "Hey, Dree, let me work on, our relationship and build trust." You know what I'm saying? Because people have trust levels. People introduce trust differently. So I don't mind stepping back. You know what I'm saying? I don't get offended over that. Like that could be the woman or man that like whatever. Like I'm
Forever. That could be they forever.
right, and it could be that some people feel like trust is earned. Some people feel like I trust you until you do something. Because we all have different backgrounds. We all have different life experiences, understandings, etc. So, I'm cool with that. So don't throw me away. Like, have the conversation with me. And I'm like, all right, homie, like, whatever. Like, I'm here. Like, as long as I got breath in my body, you got breath in your body.
Right.
I think that it is about trust. Like, if you're a mate, you know what I'm saying? Like, if my mate trusts me, you don't have to worry about the friend. You
So
know
like when you
right.
when you and Dave, when you and David, that it's Davin, right?
Davin. Mm-hmm.
Okay, when you and Davin started, dating, and you did introduce him to Lamont, was he, did he have questions at first, or did they immediately like click?
So I think because Davin had a woman that's his best friend, he came giving him the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Plus, this is something like this. When I say my best friend, like, he picks up the phone and calls my mama and daddy on his own. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll say stuff like, I just talked to my other son. You don't have one. You don't have, and I like, it's a running joke. So I'm like, you don't have another son. Like, I have a friend, and you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all can be his friend, I guess. But if one day I'm not his friend, y'all not his friend.
Amen.
But like, it is to me about the trust, like you were saying, like how it's different levels.
Right.
He, to me, like in the past, Lamont has come to me on some, like when it comes to him introducing me, he's like, well, this is my best friend and she not going nowhere. Don't make me sound like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's like when it comes to women interacting with each other, to me, you've set me up a failure now.
Well, he set a tone.
He said, right, you set a tone as though it appears to be, like, that's how I would take it as a woman. This appears to be the
you already choosing, and there's not even a space. I'm not even asking you to choose.
Exactly.
Right.
It's not even an ultimatum, and you've given me one.
Right. And most women are going to feel like they have to compete. Like, I have to one up her.
Exactly.
And I like how you said, I want to reiterate what you said, because I think this is key. If I trust my partner, if I trust my man, it doesn't matter what the other person does. You know what I'm saying? He is ultimately one that's responsible for my heart and my mind and my peace.
Exactly.
Right? So, I mean, it's kind of like we put more. I mean, it could be a woman walking down the street that makes him cheat or whatever, cross a boundary, operate outside of whatever we negotiated. It could be a random that's like that. Now his best friend probably gonna cover for him, but I just think that we're so territorial and possessive of the people in our lives, specifically our men, women, for those who date women, that it's kind of like, this person is mine, and we don't allow them to have other people. It's like I can't wrap my mind around it. Like, you have 20, like, I mean, and we're at an age where we don't have 20 best friends. We don't have 20 friends. You have levels to people too. I have my inner circle, and I got people that's out there in the atmosphere. But I have 3 best friends, right? No one person can give you everything that you need in life. Not one person can do that. People, console you differently, give you different advice, all this other stuff. So why can't that person have their one best friend, whatever, their fraternity brothers, their church people, or whatever? Because I can't be all. I'm not trying to be all. That's just exhausting. I got other stuff to do. I got a full-time job. Like, I got my own aspirations. Now, if that person needs me, I'm here. But I'm not trying to wake up in the middle of the night and be like, oh man, is he eating right?
Because that's
something that came up. Go ahead, Isis.
No, I was going to say, going back to what you said earlier, a lot of us don't practice non-attachment. We've been taught that there's only supposed to be one, which is completely false. Because if you think about, okay, each of us, we have our friends, like I like what Dree said earlier, we have our inner circle, you have your outer circle. You know which friend to call when you need to discuss what, because everybody can't handle certain conversations. Like, I know to call y'all when I need to talk about certain things. I know to call this person when I have to talk about.
What you call? What we on the list for?
We're not gonna do that tonight on this live.
I'll tell you what I call y'all about when I'm having stress on my job with people. I'm like, did this person say this shit to me?
Right.
Like when you were well, both y'all mentioned, everybody, one person can't be your everything. Like when I got married, people kept saying, oh, that's your best friend. That's your best friend, as though there was not supposed to be room for other people. And I felt that messaging to me was not only unfair to me as a woman to say, this is it, this all you get now. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as your friend, like, is Davin one of my best friends? Yes. Is he my only best friend? No. Like my sister, you know what I'm saying? My sister, Lamont, I just like, I still have other friends. And I just don't think that that's something like I feel like it's a programming, like, oh, y'all are best friends. I think you should most definitely be friends with your mate, but I don't think your mate should be your end all be all. Like no one can be someone's everything, because then your happiness is tied to another person. You know what I'm saying?
Your mentorship, your growth, like that's one perspective. Like I come to Amber gives me a perspective about something. I may go to Crystal gives me one. Teresa be like, I ain't got time to sugarcoat nothing. This is what it. So, and then it's just I'm the type of friend. Don't call me like I'm solution focused. So it's hard for me to be compassionate at first. I'm like, if you call me crying, I'm like, what's the issue? Where we need to bury the body? How much?
And
I'm just calling to talk. I don't want a solution. Like I've had to
get one phone call. You get one call that's just venting. But if you have a problem, I'll allow you your one phone call because we're human. But after that one phone call, I'm like, child, send me your resume. I can hook you up with somebody else or whatever. You got somebody, that's just who I am. And I can't function outside of that. But my friends know that. My friends know you get that one phone call to talk for an hour, 2 hours, all dang day. I'm cool. It's the one I'm at work.
I got a question.
Dree said she ain't finna keep beating dead horses. Either you gonna move forward or what you gonna do?
We either gonna kill it or
what we gonna do? We're not finna stay here.
Yes or no? Are these people are these people allowed to be friends? Are ex-boyfriends allowed to be considered platonic friends? Yes or no?
I think it depends. Oh, that's a yes or no.
No, none of my ex-boyfriends have ever been cool being a friend. They've all tried to hit it afterwards.
Okay. So what about you, Isis? Yes or no? Are ex-boyfriends allowed to be platonic friends?
No. I had to like reflect in my mind, and I was no. Because they're not gonna do right.
After you experience Dree, they can't just be friends.
I'm gonna say yes because I have one friend, well, who after we dated, we were still friends, like just friends, like nothing inappropriate, like none of like he moved on with his life, I moved on with my life, he got married, they got kids, like all of that. And if I see him, we're still going to talk and check in. Now we don't do the whole, it's not like Lamont, like that's my bestie. So it's not like I'm finna just pick up the phone randomly and, you know what I'm saying, have all types of combo. But if I saw that person in public or if I saw that person out unexpectedly and we like, oh, let's do lunch. And I came home and since Davin knows that person, I said, oh yeah, I saw so-and-so today. It wouldn't be an issue, you know what I'm saying? Because I have established like we genuinely were friends after the relationship.
When y'all decided to be friends, what kind of communication and boundaries went into place though? And how did y'all make sure that you stayed there?
I think time did it for us. Like after the breakup, you know what I'm saying, we didn't just continue to talk, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody had time to grow and heal and, you know what I'm saying, move on. And then when we caught back up, it was like, you know what I'm saying? It was like, kind of like when you haven't seen an old friend for a while and you don't skip a beat, but there was no romantic vibes like whatsoever. So it kind of like morphed after we were able to, you know what I'm saying? After time had whatever. So then it just became like regular conversation, like check in, like all of that. Like, I don't know. Then it was like, yeah, I dated you. Did I? That's so weird.
And I mean, some people are better friends after breaking up. I hear people say, yeah, we got along better like after the divorce, after the breakup. So I think it just depends.
Once you experience Dree, you don't want to go on a lower level.
Come on in the firm. Come on in. Tell the people.
That's how I feel about it. I've never had it.
Is your mate allowed to have friends? Is he allowed to have female friends that, you know what I'm saying, that he used to date?
I'm cool with that as long as like it's told to me. You know what I'm saying? Don't let me be playing spades and dominoes. And I'm calling somebody business. Don't let me be playing spades and dominoes with them. And I find, you know, like after the fact, I find out that you didn't been in a relationship with this person. Like
right.
Just
let me know ahead of time. Don't have me being the only person at the table that don't know that there's some history here.
Right.
Don't have me out here looking stupid.
Don't do it.
Yes. And then also too, as long as that person respects our relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because growing up, I had a lot of men, whether it's family, the Q's before I became a Delta, whatever, in my circle that have given me, you got 6 brothers of Q's, that have given me a lot of good life advice. Not even wrote like just business wise, employment or whatever. So I know the value in having people, like regardless of whatever, sexual orientation, genders, what all of that. I know the importance of having a diverse group of people in your corner, right? So I don't feel like I have to limit that because someone has a vagina. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like that's such a low level thinking. If that person is cool, me and her ain't even got to be BFFs. As long as it's just mutual respect. Like, okay.
As long as you respect me, we don't have to be best friends. Like, it just so happens that I like Davin's female best friend. But if I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, as long as that's his friend and it's up on the up and up and everything is gravy, then you know what I'm saying? Like that's is what it is. So here's next question.
Okay.
If you are in a relationship, are you able to make new platonic friendships? Yeah. Or that you only get to come with the friends that you got? Don't you get the same old friends? Yeah, I mean, I heard talking about you made a new platonic friend, or you know, is that possible?
This is a good question. I see it come up a lot, you know, where people are like, you know, if they were already friends, I'm cool with it, but what you out here making new friends for? My thing is this: I don't own anybody. I don't own you, and you're an adult. You know what you know. You know what you want. You know where you want to be, and you know the actions, you know, that need to be taken accordingly. Again, I repeat, I don't own anybody, because you don't know who you're going to meet that may bless your life in mentorship, in business. You know, I think we have to remember that there are all kind of relationships. Everything is not romantic. And that's the first thing we go to is, oh my God, it's romantic and there's some sexual, you know, underlying. We've got to think outside, you know, the box. So you're absolutely, I hate to say that you're allowed, because I don't own, again, right. I don't own you. So go make friends. I'm gonna make friends, you know. So
new friends or no new friends?
Yeah.
Man, some of my newer friends have had my best interest and elevated me way higher than past. I'm gonna say past friends, like we're not friends anymore. Mm-hmm. So you know, I think that talks about. I think that that's an insecurity thing. Like this is what I tell people. Jealousy is normal. How you handle it is the issue, right? Yes. So, inquiring about who a person is doesn't mean that someone is jealous, right? Just saying like, oh, who is this person? Like, how did you meet her? How did you meet him? Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, general questions doesn't mean that there's any type of jealousy. If someone does get jealous, you know, I think a discussion, you know, if you are with someone, I think a discussion should be had to see, you know, what a boundary or something, you know, did your partner actually do something to warrant that jealousy? And if not, do your own self-work. Like, you know,
there it is.
Like,
say it again for the people.
Do your own self-work. I'm trying to think of an example of when I was jealous of somebody. You know, I have a different romantic setup. So, you know, I can't think of anything. The one example off the top of my head, I'm not going to say I've never been jealous, I can't think of one. But, you know, why do I feel insecure? Do I feel as though something with me and his relationship is lacking and someone else is getting a part of him that I want to have, or I feel like it's getting too close to our intimacy level? And, you know, part of self-work is evaluating that. And it could be like, I don't like the fact that she wipes your mouth when you get done eating. Yeah, that happened one time. So, Right, Amber. And so, like, he didn't understand because they've been friends for so long and they joke like that or whatever. And but no one has ever told him before that. And he was like, you know what? I think most of the women I dated had this problem because we would have an argument and it, an unrelated argument that they didn't say this. And I'm like, nah, I know, I do myself. I try to do myself work, and I'm like, I can identify my triggers. Like, why is she wiping up? First of all, you was a grown a man.
Okay.
Right. Pretty much. Wipe your own face.
So, I, when
Grown.
in the
Two
whole
hands, no disability.
in the whole new friend, old friends, I think that you are most certainly allowed to, like you were saying, if that's the word, if allowed is the word. The thing is, if you are in a relationship and you have chosen a mate, a whole human to go through life with, like you're going to experience new things, which includes new people. And so to me, it's all in how you handle those things. But I am not one that would ever like say, for instance, you're going to start new jobs. You always have a work best friend. You know what I'm
Always.
saying? Like, there's always a work best friend. And you don't have a work best friend?
I'm the only person in both my departments.
Okay, so
But you gotta.
no,
What?
you got us.
You got us.
Okay,
We-
girl.
You know what?
Really? Really? This is what we're doing?
Right, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Anyway,
Hey.
so like you're going
I
to
love y'all.
But
you're going to meet new people, all of that. And I think as long as like those things are discussed, you know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna know if
Communication.
every day you all of a sudden start come home, if Davin start coming home tomorrow talking about somebody named Mitzi, you know what I'm saying? Every day we talking about Mitzi around day 4 and be like, wait a minute, now let's talk about Mitzi.
Day
Who-
4. Day 4? That's cute, girl. That's so cute.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna let the name slide for the first day or two, but you know what I'm saying, around day 4, I'm like, let's talk. So who
Look
is
at you all gracious and stuff.
I'm saying? So I'm just confident in my man.
I
And
don't give a damn. Who the hell is? I'm first of all, I'm nosy. Who the hell is Missy? Who named her? Who named the girl that?
I'm gonna listen. And we'll see. The thing is, I'm gonna let the first 2 go because he could have mentioned Mitzi before, and maybe I wasn't listening as good.
Wasn't
So
paying attention.
I gotta, get enough history to build some context and to actually be able to, what I'm saying, decide if I have feelings about Mitzi.
Hush, you're giving away secrets. Hush.
So, okay, no new friends and no. I mean, you can make new friends. Exes are not new platonic friends, and
It's
How
hard.
am I gonna tell my man that this person see me naked? I mean, like,
that's real.
like how do you have that conversation? Like, I don't feel. I mean, he may feel. I don't like. And then the people that I date are assholes. So every single person I dated has been an asshole. So yeah, nah.
yeah, you don't want that because if I have to choose one, it's not going to be you, and because I got to side with, you know what I'm saying, my mate. I got to side with him. Like this is my other half now. I got a whole last name, and you the odd man out, and you don't want that.
Well,
So,
my thing is, just on principle, you messing up my happiness at that point. You know what I'm saying? Just because you want to dig and you want to, be trifling like that,
right.
that's just wrong. So, of course, I'm on side with the person who I'm in a relationship with.
Okay. So, before we get ready to, as we get ready to wind down and get out of here, are there any takeaways? Dree, you were saying you had some notes, you had some things to
I did have nothing.
Come
Like,
on, Professor. Come on, Professor.
Because I got to write down, I talk, I ramble. So, okay. So, I think that people feel like you can't have platonic friendships because we tie people, and I say we as a society, tie people in for ownership. Now, if you're not in a DS, a dominant submissive relationship, like this is just the straight vanilla relationship, ownership, control, and possession. You got to clarify because you don't know my people.
We got to clarify.
So, so we feel, and that's with anybody. That's with platonic, romantic, siblings, all the other stuff. So that's one reason why I think people feel like you cannot have platonic friendships, or your mate has the issue with your platonic partner, lack of trust of your partner, and feeling insecure. I think that's another reason why platonic friendships do not work out. And we're taught that we can't have more than one person, only or more than one close friend, one intimacy level with one person, and like we got more than one pair of shoes, we got more than one shirt. Like how do we limit that when it comes to people?
That's real.
Okay. Isis.
My takeaways.
Yep.
It's a good conversation. We had so many. I'm stalling because I can't think of anything right now.
I say, Liz, I tell you, one of my takeaways, I guess, is that apparently day 4 is too long. I don't know. Apparently, I need to.
That's you.
Yes.
Like,
yes. I'll say this. I'll say we need to practice non-attachment a lot more, and we need to think outside of the box and not stop at just romantic. We need to really branch out and remember that there's, yes, there's romantic, but people form relationships in different ways every day, and everything doesn't have a sexual, undertone. So, and boundaries matter.
Okay. And for some quick exclamation point before we get out of here, y'all know exclamation point stands for the other half of business.
Yes.
Exclamation point part. So today in Ave, right? I am Ave, for those who don't know, is African American Vernacular English. It is my second language. Many of us speak it without thinking about it. So I am bilingual. Yes. So today's words, I'm going to give you a word, and you must use this word in a sentence in Ave, not the standard American English, in the Ave definition of the word. The word is receipts. The first word is receipts.
Receipts. Today, while emailing a coworker, I had to pull receipts to prove my point because they were trying to throw me under the bus. Receipts.
Dree?
I have receipts on how this is not your best friend because I have new pictures that she sent. Receipts.
Well, receipts.
Definitely receipts. Yes.
Receipts. All receipts.
Okay. The second word for the day is shade.
Ooh.
I do this regularly, so I don't know why.
Right. Why is this hard?
So today I reached out to the person that I'm interested in for some help, and he was like, it's on page 7, but he didn't answer the right part of my question. So he sent an emoji with shades on. Like, first of all, you can't even shade me if you ain't even answering the question. But anyway, my feelings. I'm just in my feelings.
So how you gonna shade me if you ain't even shade? Okay. Isis, shade is your Ave word of the day.
I do this all the time. Why can't I think of a sentence?
Isis, you are not shady.
You're not shady, but I do have an example of some shade that I much appreciated. So if you've been following the Rona and all that, they had asked Dr. Fauci, the guy that, always stands behind Trump and tries to keep a straight face.
Yeah.
So they had asked him, how he handles the inaccurate information or, all of the stuff that is said, in front of him. And he was like, what do you want me to do? Push him out of the way, push him away from the mic? And I was like, ooh, shade. Ooh.
Yes.
Okay. Shade. Not only am I not agreeing, but I'm just telling you, in a different world, this might, but that's not this world. Okay, so that is our two.
What?
So Gerald in the comments said for the shade comment, the answer is what Dree been throwing at y'all.
Okay.
This is not towards y'all. I need receipts, Gerald. I need receipts of how I've been throwing shade.
You have been throwing shade. And then when he come with these receipts,
I'll own it. I will own it. Because I own my ish. I own my exclamation mark.
Well, that is our today in Ave. Your words of this week are shade and receipts. Use them well. Before we get ready to get out of here, Dree, you want to hit them with our social media so they know how to find us?
Yeah, I had to compose myself or something. I feel attacked.
You feel attacked?
I feel attacked. I would say I feel seen if I actually was throwing shade because I own my stuff. I'm like, oh, I feel seen, but I wasn't throwing shade, so I feel attacked. If you enjoyed our show today, if you enjoyed it, please follow us on social media. We're on Facebook as Business and Bullshit, which bullshit is spelled Bullshit. We're also known by the same tag on Instagram. Yes, we do it for the gram. And also on Twitter, you can catch our tweets at business and BUBLLSHT, the number three, because the number three is always great.
BB3.
That's business BLLSHT, the number three.
What is this about the number 3?
That's my line number.
We are business
yeah.
and bullshit. We are 3 perspectives.
3 women.
1 podcast.
I got you, Amber. I got you because I don't throw shade.
I appreciate that. Bye.
Bye, y'all.